needs to be
trying to get
fixed?
into here.
I think the thing that needs to be fixed first and foremost is the way that we label and stereotype youth in the foster care system. Youth go into the foster care system and they're given a file that tells people the worst things that they've ever done and the worst things that have ever happened to them. And first impressions, we know, are very important. And youth in foster care always have the worst first impressions with their foster parents, which isn't fair, and they have to really put themselves out of the hole. So I really think the way that we could change the foster care system is seeing foster care differently.
You know, Tori, you, as Sean mentioned, you grew up in the foster care system, so you have great, and now you're actually a foster parent. Talk about why it is so important to you and you want to be a part of the system and parenting.
The thing that I always go back to is that even though the system is so corrupt and it is so broken, and that's an excuse that a lot of people say we should stay away from it because of that, but I am a Christian, I love the Lord, and I like to say that I have the Holy Spirit that dwells within me. He makes things whole, he can heal things, and so I like to think that the church has a huge role in stepping into something that is so broken and making it whole and bringing healing to it.
You know, you talk about the role of the church. The government's also played a big role, and some would argue too much of a role, and stands in the way of so much of this assistance that's provided. So talk to me about the role of government. I mean, because when people talk about changing the foster care system, primarily they're talking, I think, about government's role. So what is government doing that is inhibiting the foster care from being more effective?
Well, something that's really interesting about the foster care system is that a lot of the policies, rules, and regulations, they are not made on a federal level. Most of them are not even made on a state level. They're made county to county. And I think that causes a lot of confusion for caseworkers, for foster youth, to understand how to navigate the system itself. And that results in a lot of biological families, foster families, struggling their way through the system. Caseworkers have an overload of cases. They're given so much work and not enough time to do it, and that often causes youth in foster care to actually go uncared for.
You know, Tori, I've often heard, as we've seen Roe versus Wade overturn, pro-abortion advocates saying that you would never want to send an unborn child into the foster care system, and for that reason, you should abort them. What would you tell people that are trying to make that case, that it's just not worth living for a child to be put into something so terrible?
Well, true social justice aims to end the potential suffering. It doesn't aim to end the life of the potential sufferer. And every life has a different dignity from womb to tomb, whether it's in a womb or whether it's an adult.
So what you obviously, you can tell
you get more love if you keep your teeth in your mouth.
It's infectious. Why are you so optimistic and positive about doing this after going through this system?
And realize that not everything is something for you to chew on.
Being the person that I could have used, that would have helped me when I was
Not everything is a chew toy.
There are 440,000 youth in foster care, and I used to be one of them. And I hope and believe that the youth coming out of the system, that they can see that there is a possibility that we can make a change, and that there is plan and purpose for their lives.
Before we let you go real quick, if there's people listening say, I can't really become a foster parent, that's not right for me, but I do want to get involved because I can see this is a broken system, what would your advice be for them?
So my track coach, he ended up mentoring me, taking me in, and I became a 5-time state champion, and then he became my father figure. And my track coach couldn't be a foster
Does he have any
parent.
allergies
He
or
didn't have
anything?
any kind of
What?
certification.
Does he have any
but
allergies?
He used what he had.
Is it fine if I try to
And
see
so
it
I
like
just
this
say
street?
be kind, be loving, be
I know you said he's kind of
with your
picky.
time right where you are, because you never know who you're gonna bump into, and it might be in foster care.
Tori Hope Peterson, the name of the book is Foster. Thank you for being with us. Congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
You know. All right, well, coming up, Joe Biden's press secretary is the latest White House staffer to leave amid a mass exodus. Was it something she said, perhaps? We'll discuss after the break.
Watch the record with Greta Van Susteren. She's smart, tough, and always ready. Don't miss Greta's new show.
My name is Diane. I'm an avid gardener. I grow lots of pretty flowers. I've learned how to make flower arrangements. I like to give them to people who need a little cheering up or need a little lift,
Nice.
just to brighten their day.
Do you have the cheese
It's
still?
just like a little bowl of
Yeah, the
sunshine,
cheese.
to deliver a flower arrangement. Well, I don't want to stop that. I want to keep doing that as long as I can. At a point in my life, not too long ago, I was thinking I could never garden again. It was discouraging. But then I found Balance of Nature, and it's just been a no-brainer ever since. I feel great. I have plenty of energy. I sleep well at night. I can lift anything I want to lift. Our bodies need nutrients. We have to have them. If we don't have them, we suffer. At my age, I've got to understand that. So, with the Balance of Nature, I can work just as hard as long as I
Heel is
want.
worrying him.
It's just been a godsend.
Keep him right in this
Start now by
position.
going to balanceofnature.com and don't forget to use discount
And then you just
code
take a couple
NEWSAC.
walks. Couple steps.
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Hi, I'm Nancy. I've lost over 80 pounds with GOLA. I have tried to lose weight in the past, and I've lost 80 pounds several times, but I was not able to maintain it. With GOLA, I've maintained this weight loss for over a year. It just works.
Heel. Good boy. Because what did you look?
Right here.
I'm a husband. I'm a father of four. I host a talk show. I give speeches. I write books. I like to make sense of things. A woman is not anything in particular.
There is not one particular thing.
It could be many things to many people. Some women have penises, right? Some men have vaginas.
And so they go on the internet and they're told that all their problems will be solved if they become a man.
There are masculine girls. There are feminine boys. What do we do about that? Carve them up?
I care about the truth. I care about children. I care about the women who are having their opportunities stolen from them. Based on what I'm saying, would you ever want to move to America?
They'd say no. Never.
Heel.
My A1C stayed here. And it
Sit.
should be here.
Ruby's
Good.
A1C is down with Rybelsus.
So I keep asking him for a sit because I want eventually, whenever you stop, he stops. And that would be wonderful. Especially because you will take me out.
Once daily
Heel.
Rybelsus significantly lower A1C better than a leading branded pill. Rybelsus isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Rybelsus if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple
Heel.
endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Rybelsus and
Sit.
get medical help right away. Got a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider
Heel.
about vision problems or changes. Taking Rybelsus with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugars. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Need to get your A1C down?
Ask your healthcare provider about Rybelsus today.
Welcome back. Well, shocker, another person's leaving the White House. This time it's First
Sit.
Lady Jill Biden's longtime press secretary. Michael Rosa's departure is part of a larger White House exodus, which is 18 months into Biden's first term and 100 days out before the November
Can we
midterms. I
heel?
guess these people want to get out before that shellacking occurs. Lindsay, I wonder though if LaRosa is just getting out because he thinks that Jill
Good.
Biden's leaving the First Lady's office to become Surgeon General. Now you're probably sitting there thinking, what do you mean she's
Yes,
going
yeah.
to do that? Why would you think she's going to go become the Surgeon General? Well, I don't know. Maybe the people on the View know.
I don't know when Dr. Jill becomes a Surgeon General. It's like
Can we heel?
Joe Biden's wife, but she, you would never do, but she's a hell of a doctor. She's an amazing doctor.
I could be a doctor and
I could be wrong.
She's a teacher, but might be good for Betsy DeVos's post.
Yes.
And sit.
It's funny, the women on the View don't know that she's not a medical doctor.
Not an MD.
No, she has a PhD in education, and Jonathan Karl, the White House correspondent from ABC News, is sitting there nodding like as everyone like kind of goes along with this. I don't even know that she's qualified to give first aid. Never mind be Surgeon General. I mean, that just tells you this is the stupidity of the View.
Well, I think that they act like they know everything, and there you can see they really don't. And to your point, Jonathan Karl not saying anything. But you know, it's crazy to see. I will say it's Taco Tuesday, and I just think this is a reminder. We have Michael Rosa leaving, and under his watch,
I didn't have to ask for a slip that.
to tacos. So the correlation, I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably just sitting there going, Vamos. That's what he's writing for. He said, hey, Mrs. Biden, I'm Vamos.
I will say, he's been with Joe Biden since 2019. He was with him on the campaign, which, you know, they weren't doing a lot. They were campaigning from their basement. But a lot of these people do transition out. The only thing is, we always talk about this administration having a communication problem. They don't have good communicators, and now they're using somebody else in their communication job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it's not a particularly taxing post to be the First Lady's comms person. So, you know, but it just shows that nobody wants to stay around, whether it's the West Wing, the VP's office, even the First Lady's office. I mean, that's a pretty cushy, fun gig, and they're bailing. Yeah. Vamos, senor, or senor, as they would say in the First Lady's office.
All right, well, that is our show. But we've got a lot of stuff for you tomorrow. Senator Rand Paul will be with us, House Minority Whip Steve Scalise, and Congressman James Comer, Dave Rubin, and Dr. Seth Orca.
Yeah, a big show. Plus, in the next hour, bombshell accusations by whistleblowers saying dirt on Hunter Biden was buried and painted as disinformation by the FBI and the Department of Justice. Senator Chuck Grassley is leading the charge to bring it to light. He joins the record with Greta Van Susteren in just minutes. Thanks for being part of our company. Look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow night. Vamos.
Can we heal?
The FBI and Justice Department under fire from the ranking member of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Senator Chuck Grassley says, quote, highly credible whistleblowers told his office there was an effort within the FBI to dump negative information on Hunter Biden ahead of the 2020 election. Grassley's
ultimately, you need to be the
General
one
Merrick Garland and FBI Director Christopher Wray answered the allegations.
Yeah.
You just keep it right next to you, and then you just walk with him. Keep it in front of his nose.
Senator, nice to talk to you, sir.
I'm glad to be with you. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Senator, I have read that you have had whistleblowers come forward to you about Hunter Biden and the Justice Department. What are you being told?
I think that we're investigating that because we have had ample evidence that there's something wrong when you get money from Chinese business people and get amounts of money like $500 and then $5 million and then stipends of $100,000 a month for a long period of time, and those people are connected with Chinese energy companies, and those people in turn then have connection to the military. I think we've got several things here at stake. Is this foreign representation? So they ought to.
It's going to be awkward. You have to cross your hand cross.
Register under FARA.
But he's getting the idea.
Is there any chance that there's any compromise of American national security in regard to China? I don't know that there is, but I think when you have these high-level people in American government, people like that in China, it raises.
You can't run away like you do. You gotta stay with me.
Do you have any reason to believe that the Department of Justice, for instance, is not vigorously looking into whether Hunter Biden has any other criminal problems, like whether or not he has any tax problems, or whether he's made any false statements? Are they dragging his feet in any way? Do you have any information the Justice Department isn't doing its job?
I hope they're doing their job. They ought to be doing it in a non-political way. But there's several disturbing things, like for instance, they've had the laptop since for 2 or 3 years. We haven't heard anything that they're doing with it. We have the U.S. Attorney in Delaware investigating, calling their grand jury.
All right, then can we sit one more time?
For that. So
Can we
it
sit?
also raises the question, is there any sort of political
Sit.
interference in whether or not there ought to be a prosecution or not? There's evidence that gun laws have been violated, there's evidence of money laundering,
Now we're trying with
and those things surely would be a
Touch?
legal matter. Whether or not the money received from the Chinese people is legal or not, I'll leave that up to the Justice Department, but it does
And I'm
raise
gonna see if he'll put his
questions
nose in my
about
palm.
whether
Can you
or
touch?
not there's opportunities for the Chinese to use
Besides,
that
because
against
cheese
the
is nice
United
and melted.
States.
And it sticks in my palm.
Alright, so, but
touch?
I mean, all those things you want investigated, you haven't,
Good.
for instance, been tipped off that anyone is doing anything dirty in the Justice Department, like deliberately not prosecuted. You don't have any information other than that these are certain things that you believe should be investigated.
Are you getting tired of things like
Now I think you're bringing
Can we
up
touch?
almost a new thing, whereas I've been working on the Hunter Biden
You didn't
kind
eat
of thing since 2019. It's only been within the last few months that I've gotten information from whistleblowers that within the Justice Department, and this goes beyond Hunter Biden, this goes to more the broader issue of whether or not there's people in the Justice Department that are closing down cases that should be continued because of political influence, and then they're opening up cases with just fuzzy information. So I have sent enough information